Hey y'all, it's Chawanna Stephens here again with the Lifin Podcast here on the Well Network. And today, I don't have a guest. It's all me today. But I want to have a relaxed conversation about the spirit of Absalom. Now, who was Absalom? Absalom was actually David's son. So we hear a lot about David. We know a lot about David in the Bible, but he did have a son. His name was Absalom. So I want to do Absalom and the spirit of Absalom because I am actually seeing, just as I'm scrolling, watching TV, I'm actually seeing the spirit of Absalom working. And I want to actually make people aware. As I've been studying this text, I've been seeing and actually being blessed by just learning about the spirit of Absalom. So I want to share all of that with you. Y'all, it's going to bless you. And I hope that you pay attention. All right, so let me give you the juice of the story. I'm going to give you the backdrop. So Absalom was actually really upset with his dad because he had a brother named Amnon who actually raped his sister Tamar. Now, of course, Absalom was really upset because of the rape, but his dad didn't actually do anything to Amnon. All he did was kind of be upset. But there was no consequences to Amnon at all. So what Absalom did was he actually waited for like 2 years to get revenge on Amnon. So he killed Amnon. He came up with the plot. He killed Amnon. And after that, he actually went away. So the first characteristic of the Absalom spirit that I actually want to talk about is just holding grudges. Absalom actually held a grudge. He held his anger for at least 2 years so that he could construct a plan. Once he constructed the plan, he actually went ahead and killed his brother Absalom. Now, the spirit of Absalom, and by way of the anger, it allows you to hold on to your anger, or it allows you to be upset for a long period of time. And so I want to actually say this to you. There are times when you have legitimate reason to be upset. You know, Absalom had good reason to be upset. He was mad. His brother raped his sister. That is good reason to be upset. But Absalom held on to the anger too long. And so what I want to say to you is that anger is actually one of the devices of the enemy that makes you actually miss out on the blessings that God has for you. Not only miss out on the blessings, but it also makes you stay stuck in the past. And so Absalom actually stayed stuck in that place for 2 years. That's 2 years of his life that he actually wasted thinking about the same thing over and over again. And so I want to encourage you, just by way of this story, to not hold on to things. One of the greatest revelations that God gave me, even in my 20s, was that I held on to garbage too long. Let me explain that. So I sat in my car one day, and as I was sitting in my car, I actually looked down and I saw an old Chick-fil-A cup. Like it was a cup that I had a few days ago that I never put in the trash. And so when I looked over at that cup, God said, okay, look at this. He actually allowed me to look into my ashtray, and I saw some old receipts. And what God actually conveyed to me on that day was the same way that you get out of your car and you don't dispose of old trash, you do the same thing in your head. You take old information and you hold on to it and harbor it over and over, rehearsing these thoughts in your mind constantly. And what I've learned is that the same way that we throw trash in the garbage can because that's where it belongs, we also need to do the same thing even with our thoughts. So when things happen to us, even throughout our day to day, someone cuts you off in the traffic, or someone lies on you, someone has a call to you and you don't like the call. These are situations which allow you to collect garbage, but we have to do what's best for us as individuals and make sure that we dispose of the garbage. So Frozen has a wonderful song that my little girl loves to sing, and it says, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I want to say to you today, let it go, let it go. Make sure you let things go. Learn how to pivot. Learn how to let the negative stuff go.